My name's Rachel Aldridge. I'm 46 this year. I noticed that I had, there was blood and mucus when I went to the toilet in my stools. You think it's going to be something innocent, you think of polyps or, because I've heard of that. You never think I didn't think it was going to be cancer. I left it quite a few weeks, probably nearly a month, before I went to see my GP. My GP examined me, said she could feel something that resembled bubble wrap, but she didn't know what it was. She said it could be polyps, so I still had polyps in my mind. I was sent a letter from the JR hospital, my local hospital in Oxford, to go and have an endoscopy. Went to have the endoscopy, and the professor that was watching the screen came up to me and rubbed my arm when I laid there and said, "I'm really sorry, Rachel, you've got bowel cancer." Was sent home, sent another appointment. My mum and dad came with me, and we went to see the same nurse again. And I was told that it was bad news. It had spread to my liver. And my dad can actually remember the nurse saying, "We're going to refer you to the Churchill Specialist Cancer Centre. There's lots of things that they can do for you." But I can't remember any of the conversation. My parents had to relay that to me. It was just the complete shock that not only did I have bowel cancer, it spread to my liver. So I had 6 months of chemotherapy, worked really, really well on my liver, not my primary tumour. So then we went down the road of 5 weeks of radiotherapy on my primary tumour, which worked really, really well. That was in the December of 2012. February 2013, I had a scan to see how things were going. I was told on the 7th of March that everything was growing again in my liver. I don't think I asked about my primary tumour because they were more concerned about my liver, and it had also spread to my lungs. I had spots on my lungs too. So I was offered another type of chemotherapy alongside a biological drug that they suggested. That was for another 6 months. All the treatment, the chemotherapy and the biological drug had worked, but it hadn't worked enough for them to do ablation or a section of my liver. So I was told that the SIR spheres would be a possibility, and they were just in the process then of getting the go-ahead from the NHS to say that SIR spheres would be available on the NHS. So I think I had to wait 5-6 weeks, which was, was a really, really anxious time, because all the time, with bowel cancer patients, you're looking at your CEA count all the time, and that's a cancer marker. It was going up. I knew it was growing. So you are really, really anxious. I think I bit a few people's heads off, I can imagine, during that time. But then I was told that I could have the SIR spheres and we could go ahead with it. I knew the whole time that my oncology doctor and the registrar and everybody at the hospital that I go to, they'll try anything to keep you alive and to prolong your life and give you a good quality of life. And I have got a good quality of life.
You had a good day? He's too old. Yeah. In a week.
What I'd say to other patients who were offered the SIR spheres treatment is to have it. I know it's helped prolong my life. It shrunk everything, and I've got a really good quality of life. I go to work, look after the children, socialise with my friends, go to the gym 3-4 times a week. Everybody would worry about a medical procedure, going into hospital, but it's definitely worth it. It means everything. It does. It means everything. For me to be here with my children, I'm their mum. You bring them into, even though my children are 16 to 22, they still need me. They need my advice and guidance, and I want to be here to teach them about life. I want to be a grandmother one day. I want to be around to help them, to assist them in, we all know that life has its ups and downs and trials and tribulations, and I want to be here to help them through it, not anybody else.
Is it diesel or petrol?
They do.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the 50